Yo, I'm checking in to check it out. So, today's a bit late anyway. We're going to talk about the Chris Eubank fight, the post-fight, my post-fight thoughts. And yeah, I should have made it a few days ago, but I haven't really had the time or felt like doing it. So, the fight kind of, did it plan out as I predicted? A little bit. Yeah, I think it did actually a little bit from what I remember. From what I remember saying before. You had Chris implementing the Roy Jones Jr. style. And he did. Well, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, my pre-fight video, my prediction video was kind of, he actually was kind of spot on. He didn't get knocked out though, but yeah, he was kind of spot on. Because I was saying before that if Chris Eubank if Chris Eubank does the new style that he's been doing under Roy Jones Jr., as long as he gets some shots perfectly, he'll win the fight, which he did. He picked his punches perfectly using that style, using his speed, athleticism, accuracy, done all that. Yeah, and Kiyoko, I was a bit wary about him using that style because it didn't look good in the last two fights he had. Obviously, what he said was true. He's been working on it. He's showing something. He was showing something different. He definitely showing something different because his punch placement was accurate as fuck for the most part. Well, it was. He got 4 knockdowns. You know what I mean? So obviously didn't get a knockout, but who cares? When you're knocking a man down with foot off the jab, to time a man with the jab right is something special. Because not many people can get knocked down from a jab. You have to know how to. Man, that was excellent. That was a masterpiece. Actually, that was great to watch. You know what I mean? I haven't seen, because I think about probably at least 2 or 3 knockdowns. I didn't even see how it happened. It was that quick. I'm like, hang on a minute, how the fuck did that happen? I was literally saying it to myself when it happened. I was like, what? Huh? I need to see the replay. But it was good though, man. That's what I mean. I haven't seen that for a long time, you know what I mean? That was great. And for the idiots who were saying that, you know what? Actually, to be fair, before I say idiots, right, I actually thought myself, I was thinking, why is Chris Eubank not on the offensive after the 4th round? I think it was from the 4th round onwards. I was like, what is he doing? Like, I was starting to get frustrated. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? And I was thinking, I don't know whether he was waiting. I don't know whether he was taking rounds off to come on strong in the last 3 rounds, or I didn't know what he was doing. But then it clicked to me as well. I mean, maybe he's injured. I actually thought that, and I said that out loud. Actually, maybe he's injured. And hey, he was injured. So there's idiots out there who didn't even watch the post-fight interview where he was there with the fucking ice pack on his hand. He's got swelling on his hand. Obviously, when you got swelling, that means you've probably fractured a bone or you broke a bone. You know what I mean? When you got swelling like that, you do. Yeah. So, and I know that because I've had certain injuries before, so I know what that's about. But anyway, yeah, most fuckers didn't even watch the post-fight interview, and then he said right there that he got injured during the fight. So it made perfect sense why he was doing what he was doing. And idiots, there's plenty of idiots online who are saying that, how his fight was underwhelming and all this stuff, or didn't like his showboating. Shut the fuck up, man. You pussios. You lot pussy. Yeah? You don't like to see. You know what? I was annoyed. I was kind of annoyed at his showboating a little bit because I didn't understand, like, kind of why he was doing it. Obviously, I know Chris Eubank showboats. He did it. He does it. That's part of his game for years. So his dad as well. But obviously, he was doing it because the reason why he was doing it, because 1, he was injured. Obviously. 2, he was supremely confident, which he should be, because he was way ahead in points. He knew that Liam couldn't hurt him. And 3, that's part of his game. So it makes perfect sense to why he was doing it. But obviously, there's a lot of people out there who don't like Chris Eubank Jr. and they can't really give you a good reason. All you got to do is watch the gloves off between Liam Williams and Chris Eubank Jr. And he got asked directly by what's his name, Johnny Nelson, like, why don't, I can't remember the exact question was, but basically he was saying, why don't you like Chris Eubank, or why don't you like this man? And he was there silent. He couldn't really think of anything. He's like, he was there. He had to put, he doesn't even know why he doesn't like him. He just said some bullshit about how he's arrogant and he's living off his dad's name or some bullshit. Huh? What? So hang on a minute. What, are you jealous that his father's a legend, Chris Eubank? Is he jealous? But is are you jealous about his confidence, the way he composes himself? His fighting style. This is what exposes some of these people, mate. A lot of it comes down to jealousy, all right? A lot of people don't like Chris Eubank Jr. because they're jealous of him, okay? Not only that, there's other reasons, there's another reason as well. People who know what time it is know what I'm talking about, okay? So when you've got a certain factor, yeah. Again, people know what I'm talking about. I might just fucking say it, yeah. Because here we don't bullshit around here. We tell it how it is. Yeah. So basically, right. There's a lot of people who, well, not a lot of people, but when there's certain people of a certain ethnic minority, yeah, that has certain great attributes about them. Certain people who are not of that ethnic minority don't like it. Okay, they don't like it. It's as simple as that. I don't care if you don't like what I'm saying. That's the truth. Okay. So obviously Chris Eubank is half black, half white. But most people will class him as black. That's what people do, innit? As soon as somebody's mixed race and have got some sort of colour to them, they get classed as black. That's how dumb it is. But that's just how it's been for many a year. So, is classed as black, okay, by most non-melanated people, shall we say, okay? So when you've got somebody who's black, who's gifted, who's confident, people get confidence mixed with arrogance. They always call people of a certain people with melanin, yeah, black people, whatever. They always call them arrogant. I'm not saying people aren't, but they'll mistake. They always class a black person who's confident as arrogant. They'll class them as arrogant. But anyway, so when you got a black person who's gifted, he's gifted, yeah, he's confident. He's no homo. He's a good-looking guy as well. When you got these things all intertwined into one, right? People don't like that. People see that as a threat. Certain people see that as a threat. Obviously, people who are racist, people will see they will see that as a threat. It's just that simple, yeah. And even people who are not inherently racist they'll kind of feel a little bit uneasy with that. And that's just how it is. Trust me, that's just how it is, man. That's just how society is, okay? So that's why he gets a lot of hate. I'm not saying everybody who hates Chris Eubank Jr. is racist. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I'll say at least more. I'll probably say about a good 80% of people who don't. 70%. I'll say about a good 70% of people don't like him are that. Sorry, that's just what I'm going by that. I'm going by my own personal stuff that's happened to me, other people that I've seen. Chris Eubank Jr. We got to look at Chris Eubank Jr., Floyd Mayweather. You just got to look at these people, bro. Floyd Mayweather was hated most of his career. Before he turned into Money Mayweather, You know what I mean? Before he started really flaunting the money, he was still hated before that. People wanted to see him lose because people didn't like to see someone who was skilled, gifted, athletic, who's got confidence, but they don't want to see it, bro. They don't want to see it. It's that simple. They don't want to see it. They want you to be humbled, yeah. They want you to be humbled, yeah. So that's just how it is, man. I don't really want to get too much into that because that's just like another video. But anyway, just talk kind of sidetrack. So yeah, the fight pretty much went how I thought it did. Liam Williams got away with basically, you know, fighting dirtiest. That's one of the dirtiest fights I've seen. Headbutting, headlocks, wrestling. Referee didn't take 1 point, you know. Referee didn't take 1 point at all. Don't know why. Very interesting why he didn't take a point off. You know, so I don't know why. Obviously, the referee's got his own ideas as to why he didn't take a point off. We can speculate, but he got away. He was allowed to get away with it. So, yeah. So he fought disgusting. I didn't like that at all. Disgusting fighting. But at the same time, you know, even though he got knocked down a few times, he still can take a shot because obviously he got back up. So credit to him. He got back up numerous times. Chris Eubank Jr. He's got a chin. He got caught a few times flush by Liam Williams, and Liam Williams is supposed to be this, you know, this hard puncher and that. Cool. Chris Eubank Jr. took his shots. Okay. So yeah, he got silenced. Very happy about that. Liam Williams got silenced, and I'm very happy with that. Okay. The man think he can talk shit all the time, yeah, and he was the one who got humbled in front of his own people, bro. That's the worst way to go out, bro. You talk all that shit, yeah, and you have to get up and you're getting floored several times. Wow. So, unfortunately, Chris Eubank got injured in the fight. If he didn't get injured, man, that would have been. I think he would have probably. I think the ref probably might have stopped the fight after all them knockdowns. Because I reckon he would have got knocked down again at least a couple more times. So I think the fight would have been stopped after that. So if he wasn't injured. So yeah. Overall, I'm happy with that fight. I'm happy seeing the improvements of Chris Eubank Jr. You know what I mean? I'm good to see that, you know, the improvements were great. He kind of shot me, not shot me, but kind of surprised me a bit. I didn't know he could pull it off. He pulled it off. You know what I mean? So he can be confident. You can say what you like. You can say what you like. See what I mean? So obviously now there's gonna be a next test ahead of him now. So if he gets somebody of note, you know, another good fight, then we'll see what he's about again. But obviously, I don't know when he'll be back. Obviously, he's got an injured hand, his left hand. So that's unfortunate. So I don't know how quick he'll be back to fighting. He said he wants to fight 3 times this year. Probably not with that injury. He might fight 2 times this year, probably. So yeah, overall, it's a good fight. Obviously, there's no, you know, people were saying, it'd be such a good fight, we might want to see it again. Well, it was a good fight, but he got dominated, so we don't need to see that fight again. So yeah, pretty happy with that. That's my thoughts on the fight, really. Nothing else really to say about it, I don't think. As usual, he proved the naysayers wrong. You know? So, yeah. And that's the thing, like I was saying earlier, people don't know, like, if people knew that he was injured, which I thought during the fight, you know, towards the end of the fight, maybe he's injured, and obviously he clarified that at the end of the fight, you know, if people took the time out to actually listen to the man, And then they can understand why he stayed out of harm's way for the back half of for the remainder of the fight. And he actually done pretty well doing so. So let's actually give the man credit. He had one hand. He's a one-handed fighter, and Liam Williams still couldn't do shit. So there we go. Game, set, match. And with that, I'm out.